we saw in that video totally eviscerated his credibility.
The entertainment world is buzzing with shocking allegations that have left fans and insiders reeling. Rumors are swirling that Jaden Smith, son of Hollywood superstars Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, has reportedly begun cooperating with federal investigators, and the details of what he's allegedly revealing are beyond what anyone could have imagined. The whispers in the industry suggest that Jaden has implicated his own parents, along with music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, in a scandal involving disturbing behavior at extravagant private events. And if that's not enough to make your jaw drop, the name Justin Bieber has also been dragged into this tangled web of allegations. What exactly went on at these gatherings, and how deep does this story go? Let's dive in.
Okay, this is what I mean when I say people wake up every day and just volunteer lies. Diddy, how are we supposed to believe anything that comes out of your mouth? And furthermore, why should we not believe the rumors of things going in your mouth when you out here volunteering bold-faced lies? You would still be lying to us right now if it was no video. You didn't even apologize to Cassie in the video.
The chatter began when reports surfaced that Jaden had allegedly agreed to speak with authorities. While no official documents have been made public, insiders close to the situation claim that Jaden's testimony centers around his experiences at exclusive parties hosted by his parents and Diddy. These events, often described as lavish, over-the-top celebrations, were rumored to be more than just innocent fun. According to sources, these gatherings had an undercurrent of secrecy, with attendees reportedly required to sign non-disclosure agreements to ensure that whatever happened there stayed under wraps. Now, as new allegations emerge, those NDAs may no longer be enough to keep the truth hidden.
There are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
Diddy, already embattled by a whirlwind of accusations and legal troubles, finds himself at the center of this storm. The music mogul, whose reputation has been tarnished by claims of inappropriate behavior spanning decades, has seen his empire shaken by raids on his properties in Los Angeles and Miami. These high-profile searches reportedly uncovered items that prosecutors are using to build their case against him, including evidence that allegedly ties him to orchestrated activities involving coercion and manipulation. But the latest twist in the story brings Jaden Smith into the spotlight, raising questions about what role his parents might have played in all of this.
It's getting hot.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Another layer to this story, Anne-Marie. A federal investigation into Combs has been ongoing, but he has not been charged with a crime.
Fans of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are grappling with the possibility that the celebrity duo, often celebrated for their unconventional yet seemingly supportive parenting style, may have been complicit in events that allegedly put their son in harm's way. Speculation has grown that Will and Jada were not only aware of what went on at these parties, but may have actively participated in creating an environment that allowed such behavior to flourish. This is a far cry from the polished image the couple has carefully cultivated over the years, from their philanthropic efforts to their candid discussions about their marriage on Jada's popular talk show. Adding fuel to the fire, Jaden's alleged revelations reportedly include details about his interactions with Justin Bieber at these gatherings. Bieber, who has been open in the past about the challenges he faced growing up in the public eye, now finds himself entangled in this controversy. While no official statements have been made by Bieber or his representatives, old video clips and social media posts are resurfacing, prompting fans to question the nature of his relationship with both Jaden and Diddy. One particularly unsettling clip from 2009 shows Bieber, then a teenager, spending time with Diddy, who promises to let him drive a luxury car once he turns 16. At the time, the interaction seemed playful, but in light of recent allegations, some are looking at it in a much darker context.
It was just an escape for me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do.
What's even more shocking is the alleged claim that Jaden was coerced into participating in situations that he was uncomfortable with. According to unnamed sources, Jaden's account includes details of being pressured into interactions under the guise of maintaining appearances or fulfilling obligations tied to his family's connections. While these claims remain unverified, the potential fallout is massive, not just for Jaden's parents, but also for the wider circle of celebrities who have been linked to these events over the years.
Nor did you apologize for lying that you didn't do what you knew you was on tape doing. So who was this apology for? I'll tell you who it was for. Diddy's ego, Diddy's brand. Diddy and his handlers are looking at this all wrong. You trying to salvage his...
And then there's Diddy, whose reputation has been unraveling at an astonishing pace. Known for his larger-than-life persona and extravagant lifestyle, the music mogul's parties have long been the stuff of legend. But recent allegations paint a very different picture of what went on behind closed doors. Former associates and insiders are beginning to break their silence, suggesting that these events were carefully curated to cater to Diddy's personal whims. The raids on his properties reportedly uncovered evidence that aligns with these claims, including communications and recordings that prosecutors are said to be using to piece together a damning case.
It's so funny what's happening with Diddy because this was...
As for Justin Bieber, his connection to Diddy has always been a topic of curiosity. Their professional and personal relationship, which began when Bieber was just breaking into the industry, has drawn scrutiny over the years. Photos and videos of the two together at events, including Diddy's infamous white parties, have resurfaced, fueling speculation about what Bieber might have witnessed or experienced during those years. Some fans are revisiting Bieber's past interviews, looking for clues about whether he ever hinted at discomfort or unease in his dealings with Diddy. Meanwhile, Jaden's involvement in the investigation raises questions about how much he knew and when he knew it. Was he an unwilling participant in these events? Or did he feel trapped by the expectations placed on him as the son of two Hollywood powerhouses? And what about Will and Jada? If the allegations are true, how could they have allowed their son to be exposed to such an environment? These are the questions that fans and industry insiders alike are grappling with as the story continues to unfold.
You know, that's something that I tried to do from the very beginning, and it's something that my parents were aware of.
The Smiths, for their part, have remained tight-lipped about the allegations. Will, who recently made headlines for his candid reflections on his marriage in response to Jada's memoir, has not addressed the rumors swirling around his son. Jada, known for her openness on her talk show, has also refrained from commenting publicly. Their silence has only added to the speculation, with some interpreting it as a sign that there may be more to the story than they're willing to admit. As the investigation unfolds, the implications for all parties involved are staggering. For Diddy, the legal battle could mark the end of his decades-long reign in the entertainment industry. For Justin Bieber, the resurfacing of his connection to Diddy threatens to tarnish his carefully rebuilt image as a family man and devout Christian. And for the Smiths, the allegations could irreparably damage their legacy as one of Hollywood's most respected families.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
What's clear is that this story is far from over. The investigation is ongoing, and as more details come to light, the entertainment world is bracing for what could be one of the most explosive scandals in recent memory. The question now is not just whether these allegations are true, but how the individuals at the center of the storm will respond. Will they come forward with their own accounts, or will they continue to remain silent, hoping that the storm passes?
So why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup.
The story only grows more twisted as we dive deeper into the shadowy world surrounding Sean Diddy Combs, the Smith family, and the unsettling rumors that have come to light. What seemed like vague whispers about extravagant gatherings has now snowballed into a web of allegations involving manipulation, power, and unimaginable secrets. While Jaden Smith's alleged cooperation with investigators has added fuel to the fire, there's another layer to the story that can't be ignored: Diddy's personality, his alleged influence on others, and the stars who may have been caught in his orbit. One name that keeps resurfacing in these conversations is Usher, whose connection to Diddy has long been a topic of intrigue. And then there's the Smiths' unconventional marriage, which seems to have played a role in creating an environment that some allege wasn't just unusual, but potentially harmful. So let's talk about Diddy first. For years, the man has been larger than life, an icon in the music industry, a trendsetter, and someone who seemed untouchable. But as these allegations pile up, a different picture is emerging. Former associates and insiders have started to speak out, painting Diddy as someone who wielded his power to control and manipulate those around him. His infamous personality, the charm, the charisma, the larger-than-life energy might have been the perfect cover for behavior that many are now calling into question. It's no secret that Diddy loved to throw parties that were the talk of Hollywood. These weren't your average late-night get-togethers. They were exclusive, over-the-top events filled with celebrities, luxury, and, allegedly, activities that many would consider deeply inappropriate. One of the most shocking claims comes from individuals who say that Diddy's parties weren't just about networking or celebrating. They were allegedly orchestrated in a way that served Diddy's personal interests with carefully selected guests and a strict code of silence. It's been reported that staff members were hired specifically to ensure that no evidence of what happened at these events ever left the premises. And yet, despite all the precautions, details have started to emerge, details that are impossible to ignore. For example, during the recent raids on Diddy's properties, authorities reportedly seized items that raise serious questions about what really went on behind those guarded doors. From communications to physical evidence, the picture being painted isn't just one of excess, it's one of control and coercion.
Alleged evidence that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
Now, let's bring Usher into this conversation. The connection between Diddy and Usher goes back decades, to a time when Usher was just a teenager trying to make it in the music industry. Diddy took him under his wing and the two became close, or at least that's how it appeared on the surface. But old interviews and resurfaced clips have led many to wonder if there was more to their relationship than meets the eye. One particularly unsettling moment comes from an interview Usher did on The Howard Stern Show, where he talked about living with Diddy as a teen and attending what he described as wild gatherings. While Usher didn't go into explicit detail, his comments have been enough to spark speculation about what he might have witnessed or experienced during that time.
That's my initial reaction, because that's how I always feel when I see situations like this. And then there's this weird sense of grief, because it is Diddy, right? Diddy is a hip-hop hero. He's an ordinary person who did extraordinary things. To sit here and act like the man wasn't a huge part of our upbringing is a damn lie. So there's this weird sense of grief, like another one of our heroes has ruined their legacy and it's their own fault because of poor choices.
And then there's Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, who has publicly claimed that Usher was exposed to situations no teenager should ever be a part of. In a recent interview, Deal alleged that Usher's time with Diddy wasn't just about mentorship. It involved being placed in environments that were deeply inappropriate for someone his age. According to Deal, there were incidents that left Usher visibly shaken, and he hinted that the singer has chosen to stay silent about those experiences to protect his career. If these claims are true, they add yet another layer of complexity to the allegations against Diddy. Was Usher groomed into accepting certain behaviors as normal? And if so, how does this tie into the larger narrative of what allegedly happened at Diddy's gatherings?
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See? Usher's reluctance to send his own children to anything resembling the Puffy camp he attended as a teen speaks volumes. When asked directly if he would ever allow his kids to have similar experiences, Usher's response was a resounding hell no. While he stopped short of making any direct accusations, his words have fueled speculation that his time with Diddy was far from the mentorship it was portrayed to be. Fans and insiders alike are now questioning whether Usher's silence is a form of self-protection or a way to bury painful memories that he's not ready to confront. But Diddy's influence didn't stop with Usher. There are countless stories of other young stars who were drawn into his orbit, each with their own experiences that, in hindsight, raise serious questions. Justin Bieber is one of those names. Their connection began when Bieber was just a teenager, fresh on the scene and eager to prove himself. Diddy seemed to take a special interest in him, even promising to let Bieber drive one of his luxury cars when he turned 16. At the time, it all seemed innocent, a mentor guiding a young artist. But as we now know, appearances can be deceiving. Old footage of Bieber and Diddy hanging out has resurfaced, and fans are looking at it with fresh eyes, wondering what really went on during those early years of Bieber's career.
About their next film or something, and they would put me at the head of the table and just make me sit there while they're talk and debate with all these people, talk numbers, talk crazy stuff, and then I would just...
And then there's the Smith family. Will and Jada have always prided themselves on being open and unconventional, but their approach to parenting has come under scrutiny in light of these allegations. Jaden and Willow were raised in an environment that emphasized freedom and individuality, but some critics argue that this lack of boundaries may have left them vulnerable. If the rumors about Jaden's experiences at these gatherings are true, it raises serious questions about how much his parents knew and whether they could have done more to protect him. The Smiths' marriage has also added another layer of complexity to this story. Jada's recent revelations about their separation and her past entanglement with singer August Alsina have already sparked widespread discussion about their relationship. But now, some are wondering if their unconventional dynamic extended beyond their marriage and into their parenting. Did Will and Jada's desire to maintain their image as a progressive, modern family blind them to the potential dangers their children were exposed to? Or even more disturbingly, were they complicit in creating an environment that allowed these alleged events to occur?
I got into a different kind of entanglement.
As the pieces of this puzzle start to come together, the implications are staggering. Diddy's alleged behavior, combined with the Smiths' parenting choices and the involvement of other celebrities like Usher and Bieber, paints a picture of an industry that prioritizes power and image over accountability. The question now is whether those involved will continue to remain silent, or if more voices will come forward to share their stories. And if they do, what will that mean for the careers and legacies of those at the center of this scandal? The story is far from over, and as more details emerge, it's clear that this is just the tip of the iceberg. The entertainment world is holding its breath, waiting to see who will speak out next and what new revelations will come to light. For now, all we can do is watch and wait, knowing that the truth has a way of coming out, no matter how deeply it's buried.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate.
As this shocking saga continues to unfold, we can't help but wonder, how much did Will and Jada truly know about what was happening at these parties? And if they were involved, will they ever come forward to tell their side of the story? What about Justin Bieber? Will he break his silence on his experiences with Diddy and Jaden? The comment section is open, and we want to hear your thoughts. Share your opinions, ask questions, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Goodbye for now.